to the Grastards. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying, girl? Oh, my name? Ha! Put it down. RN rating. Now you know space and shit. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Grastards. I'm Andre.
I'm Ariel.
And today we're going to give a review and our take on Ahsoka, the Star Wars series.
Season 1.
Season 1, yeah. It's good that you elaborated on that. But, yeah, we're going to just let you know Ahsoka's star from the Clone Wars TV show. She was not real well received at the beginning, but then she won fans over throughout the Clone Wars show, and she's been become a fan favorite. So they gave her a live action adaptation that was portrayed by Rosario Dawson and Mandalorian, and now she's got her own show.
Yep. So this show is basically, if you're familiar with the show Rebels, this is continuation of Rebels. They took
That's really what it is.
They took it where they left off. Ahsoka came in later in Rebels. Rebels was about more of a crew, and then Ahsoka came in later on.
Up the ratings.
Up the ratings. But then kind of fit in with that little family, and then now came this show. So that's pretty much the synopsis, and let's get into pros and cons. What do we like about it?
Okay. Let's see what I like about it. I liked that it was a Star Wars show.
That's all you liked about it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, I'll be a little bit more generous here.
Yeah.
So I liked that it was cool seeing all the characters from Rebel in live action. Sabine, Ezra, Hera, you got all the characters, Chopper even, that you liked. Except for the one big dude, I forget his name.
Yeah, the uncle guy.
No, the big
purple uncle guy. Yeah. I forgot his name too.
Yeah, I forgot his name. But anyway, he was on Mandalorian. Yeah, let us know in the comments. But it was cool seeing all them in live action, seeing what they've been up to. I like continuation stories like that. I like when you kind of get to grow with characters and grow with things like that. So Ahsoka did that pretty well. Another pro is you get to see Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker. I mean, that's always a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah, that was cool.
When you get to see that. And they showed him a lot more than I thought they were in this show.
Yeah, he was in a whole episode.
Yeah, he was in a whole episode, which was the best episode of the show.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then, they show him as a Force ghost later on, kind of like looking down on Ahsoka and everybody, and all that with pride.
Yeah.
And, you really got nothing else to say? Nothing nice to say about this?
I mean, Hayden Christensen, but to me, I really just didn't like this show. It was okay, but I have way more just not negative but cons. I was disappointed.
There's inconsistencies in this show that you wouldn't think Dave Filoni would be a part of.
So yeah,
if that makes
we'll go. You got it pros because I'm going to go with the cons. I mean, it's not like I don't want to say I don't hate the show. I liked it more than I liked Mandalorian season 3. So I mean, there's that.
You mean Bo-Katan season 3?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, it's the Mandalorian. It's any, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's his show. You try to cram it in there and act like people were stupid. But however, this one, I guess the pros are the actors. They were fine. I thought everybody fit the role.
Everybody
was cool.
did good.
Of course, Anakin. Loved to see him. Got to see him in the actual clone Star Wars clone saga outfit that he wears from this TV show. He actually never wore that.
Yeah, he never wore it. And you got to see him in it.
So got to see him, and that was cool. I think the young Ahsoka outshined the old Ahsoka. That little girl who
she portrayed her well.
That was she was more Ahsoka than a good Rosario Dawson. And I get it. Before you guys try to roast me with this, she's old, she's jaded, and everything. Don't give a shit. She's supposed to be Ahsoka the White now, and all positive and everything like this, and she still didn't get over that charismatic hump and everything.
She seemed like she was not in a good mood.
Yeah, the whole show, and that's why I was so I think this was a member-berry show.
I remember that.
Remember the Clone Wars, remember Rebels and everything. You gotta like this show because we're talking about that.
Yeah.
I think this was a full-on I want to say. It's not even Ahsoka's show. It's Sabine's show.
It's Sabine. That's
what I was like. I was like, this is not about the girl.
On a positive note, before we get into the full thing, I liked the droid that rolled with Ahsoka. Huang,
yeah, the fucking Jedi Master.
The Jedi Master droid.
Who wouldn't help Sabine train.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Ezra came out, it's cool. You know, it's over here. Here is the lightsaber. And I taught your master.
Because Ezra actually has the Force.
Yeah, so, okay, this is Sabine's show.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Let's start with the cons. Let's go into it. Yeah.
The cons is, like I said, it was a member berry show. I think there was a lot of potholes and inconsistencies, as you stated. Yeah. I think it wasn't Ahsoka's real show. It was Sabine's show. I think that the show really, left more questions. Like, it's kind of like the Marvel shows do, where they're so busy setting up future shit that the stuff you're telling now doesn't make sense. Right. I understand finding Ezra. Got that. Another fucking key to find a map and everything, just like they did in the sequels and everything.
How many keys get lost in Star Wars universe? Like, they gotta do something else.
He's that way. Go that way. Like, you know, okay, I know you got it's the galaxy, but I thought this was like, okay, stupid. And then, so we got that. We got Thrawn, who's supposed to be a tactical genius from Rise of the Empire, Return of the Empire, or something like that. The books, I didn't read them, but just from the Rebel show, he's still cool. This guy was like making dumbass decisions after dumbass decisions.
Thrawn in this show, every time they got beat, he's like, "Oh, it's cool because now we can do this.
Yeah,
it's an acceptable loss." I'm like,
no, it's not. You're supposed to be a tactical genius.
In general, like come on, man.
They're out there, fucking Ahsoka and them. They find Ezra and like the same show when she leaves. I was like, why don't you at least take an episode and be like, it's been like a week or something. I've been searching, going west or something like this. Doesn't explain it. Yeah. Then they add the whole. Sabine can use the Force. They started that thing, which I think is total bullshit. Because, yes, I know George Lucas said the Force isn't anything and anybody can use it if they trained. But I think that's a cop-out thing because, I mean, even after Order 66, Yoda, the greatest Jedi teacher of all time and everything, why didn't he just take a group of niggas to his planet, to Dagobah, and train them up? And Sabine had years of not training. I'm going to take you guys, train you up, then we're going to go launch a counterattack or something like that. But it's like, no, he never thought of that. Obi-Wan in the desert never thought of that.
But the thing is, too, also, is that Ahsoka left the Order.
She was a Padawan.
She didn't finish her training.
I can understand if she was going temple to temple like Luke. Yeah. And she was opening her school and she mastered it. And but she didn't do any of that and everything. And also, which got me, Sabine, the first Force user that wasn't like a Force user, wasn't like get high midichlorians. They could have threw in a throwaway line like, "Oh, I could tell your midichlorian level is rising over this training." Something more, I'd be like, all right, it's kind of fast, but all right. Because remember, Ahsoka left her a few years ago. Yeah. She hasn't been practicing, keeping up with her training or anything like this. So it was just like, it was so, it made no sense of like, so she hasn't trained for years. She trained for you for like a week, and now she's doing the Rey thing, pulling the lightsaber, and like, I got it. Yeah. Then Ezra trusts this girl who just moved one thing to jump over a canyon. Like, I'm like, nah, girl, you moved one thing. You're not there yet.
You're not ready.
I'm not jumping over this.
Where's your jetpack? Let me get that.
Yeah, where's the Mandalorian jetpack? Let me hold that.
So the thing is, too, with Sabine is she was fine. Her character was fine in Rebels.
Yes.
She had the Mandalorian storyline. Did she carry the Darksaber at one point?
Yep, she had
She was a well-established and built character in Rebels. And now you're going to make her... There's no reason to do that. If they were going to make any Jedi, they should have focused on Hera's son.
Yes.
Who is an actual Jedi. Who has actual Force sensitive. Yeah. And his father is a Jedi... I don't know if he was a Knight. But he was a Jedi.
I think he got the ring.
Yeah, he was a Knight. Yeah.
That's why I said Ahsoka, I can give you the Knight. You got the skills. Yeah. But you're not a Jedi master.
But still, it was Kanan. Everybody knows and respects Kanan in the Star Wars universe. He has a son. You bring Ezra back. That's the perfect master for him. And Ahsoka would have served the purpose that she's been serving her whole life, is to be a Ronin. That's what she is. She's a Ronin. Even Thrawn called her that. Yeah, he called her, because that's what she is. She's by herself, going handling stuff, not putting her in the Rebels team and all that stuff. If they would have had a separate Rebel storyline and she would have came in and helped, cool. I would have got that. But the thing that made Ahsoka great, they didn't portray that. The thing that made Sabine great, they didn't portray that. They tried to put some other stuff in there.
What's the evil Jedi guy name? I should have.
Oh, Balin something?
Yeah, Balin and his apprentice. They both, all right, I'm training you to be something more than a Jedi or a Sith. All right, what is that? You don't know. Yeah. I'm here on this planet looking for something. What is that? You don't know. Yeah. And I think, it's like he's Ahsoka and Sabine are trapped on this planet. What are we going to do? You don't know. It's all these open-ended questions that get you hooked for season 2 or be like, oh, we can't wait and all this bullshit. Let me tell you this. Stop doing this shit, Disney, and whoever makes a fucking movie or TV show. Do a full fucking story, beginning, middle, and end, with your season. So if you get canceled, we have the answers. We're satisfied. Have them, even if it's not fulfilled. This guy standing on top of the father statue. I'm here to get them father powers.
The build-up should be crumbs. Cool. It should be crumbs. It shouldn't be like
tell a story. I'm like. It's just what it is. Like there was no. When you have a good story like that, that story was good. Season 1 was good. So what? Hey, guess what? Next summer, season 2, people are gonna pull up because it was so good. They're not gonna pull up because you didn't answer why this guy was here. The fucking He-Man haircut apprentice went up there and joined those random guys by just showing her lightsaber. Why did they just shoot her at? Like, we don't know you. So what? You have a lightsaber? Like, it's like it just was dumb. And I know they wanted. Oh man, you guys are really clamming for that movie or the next series. No, we're not.
Yeah, sorry. It's one of those things where I think they're doing it because they can, because they know that people are going to watch regardless. Yeah. Because it's what it is.
But they're getting diminishing returns.
But yeah,
they're getting shit on. You got the shows people out there. I love it and crying on every video. I was like, that wasn't crying worthy. Stop fucking faking. Yeah. I was like, that was lame or all right at best. Like I didn't understand after they got the Sabine and Ezra and Ahsoka teamed up. They were just rolling with the rock niggas at like slow speed. Yeah. Like I'm like, don't you got to get on that ship? And they're just like cruising with these guys.
You gotta save the rock guys.
Send 2 TIE fighters. Yeah. Like send like 7, blow these niggas up, and then come back. Like what is this? You tactical genius, Thrawn. I was like, this was dumbass writing, and that's why I say I can't give this a great review or this is a pro.
I think people and I've been victim to this too. Like when the sequels came out, like I wanted to like them so bad that I didn't have an open mind until I watched it again. I was like, wait, this movie kind of sucks.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's getting a lot of people right now. Not saying it sucks because Ahsoka doesn't suck. It wasn't bad.
It sucked. I was disappointed.
It's like there's things that there's people that really like drill into these things and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's like at my stage of like I'm not just a kid that's watching lightsabers and I'm gonna enjoy something like this. I want a good story, especially when I'm invested hours of my life watching the other shows that were great. I'm cool with it. And everything. It's just like it was a disappointment because I don't know if you feel studio involvement or something.
So I guess we have some issues.
Like let's make sure they know that Thrawn's getting away and Ezra and stuff. This is what people want. I was like, they really just switched paces with Ezra and now Thrawn's back. You have no idea what's in those cases. Everybody thinks it's the other sisters of Dathomir and all this. He's going there to make a zombie army or something. But they don't say anything. Just say it so we can be like, oh shit, he's making that army. Next season it's coming out. This army, so that's why I'm like disappointed in the show because it's like they do this over and over. Even with the Marvel shows, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, learn how to make a consistent and concise story. Just give it all to us. And everything, not everything, but most of it. You could leave a mystery for next season, but like I don't need like 7 mysteries in my show or 7 what's gonna happen or why is this and everything. Sabine using the Force, that made no sense to me. I'd rather, like you said, her just be a badass mercenary Mandalorian kind of character. She just did. Use the guns because even Ahsoka told her.
She told her she was like trying to fight. Like, nah, hey man, put that away.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're doing, nigga.
And then speaking of which, we'll end it here. But speaking of which, I want to get your thoughts on this. Ezra creating a lightsaber was supposed to be a great moment.
That shit was whack. He did it in like 2 minutes.
Like, where do you get the kyber crystal?
Yeah, they're just in the drawers. That's what I was saying.
It's almost insulting, man. Yeah. You put all this stuff out early on, and then you kind of just do whatever in this show. And it's like, why even say it in the beginning? Why talk about midichlorians when anybody can do it? Why say that you need a kyber crystal, and you need to find it, and you need to connect with it, and you need to do all that, when the guy just makes a lightsaber in a ship in the middle of nowhere?
He already connected with it in the drawer, my nigga. There it is. Yeah. And it was cool.
And then they give the lightsaber thing that looked like Kanan's lightsaber. Well, Kanan has a son.
Yeah.
That should have went to his son.
Yeah.
And Ezra should have took his saber back from What's her face from Sabine?
That was another annoying moment. He's supposed to be like, I don't need that. I gave it to you. I'm gonna use the Force as my weapon. And he was like basic with the Force. Like he fought those guys and pushed a little bit, and then still got worked up by the girl with the lightsaber, the apprentice.
That girl was serious, man.
I don't remember her name. I just call her He-Man.
I think it was Shin.
Shin shouldn't have been on this show. Write that down.
All right, man. Let's go to scores, man. We've been talking too much about this.
Yeah. Hey, man. Sometimes you got to cook.
Yeah.
I was like, RN rating of the Ahsoka first season, I would say right now 6.5. I was like, there's too many plot holes, unanswered questions, unnecessary moments. So I got to give it 6.5.
I'm gonna agree. 6.5. That's it for us. 6.5. 6.5 all around. Let us know what you think about Ahsoka.
If you loved it, it's cool. Yeah. I'm not mad at you.
I'm just Star Wars fan. We're Star Wars fans, so this is we like this stuff.
You know I'm a Star Wars fan. I even fuck with you. You know it. All right, you know it. So leave a comment. Let us know what you're talking about.
Take it easy.
Sabers and all that shit. You know, they know I know my stuff.
Kylo Ren.
Hey, it's good design. It's evil.